Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to go ahead and complete the brand new fairy event here inside of Grow a Garden. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. So this is actually a pretty cool update. This is probably one of my favorites so far. It just looks so cool. And there's a lot of new content that I need to show you. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right into this video. So the very first thing you'll notice, obviously, at the middle is this new area right here with this fairy. Currently, right now, this event's going called Fairies, which has a high glimmering fruit chance. And that's kind of why you see all of this different stuff going on in the sky. But there's so much new content in this update that I want to cover. I haven't unlocked everything, but I'll show you how to unlock everything and all the new strats for, everything. So let's go over to her real quick and you guys can click on show me the upgrades. And basically what this does is you can see this currency down here. This helps you buy upgrades. So you can upgrade the fairy event, the loose fairy amount, all of that. So how many get distributed and all of that. So let me kind of explain how this works. So you're going to go ahead and get whatever the, not craving is, but whatever the thing that the fountain wants. So it wants a glimmering daffodil. So you're just going to have to get a daffodil with the glimmering mutation on it and turn it in right here. See, as you can see right now, you can either get this or skip it with Robux or whatever, or just wait for it to reset. But if you get a bunch of glimmering, then obviously you can do that really, really fast. And whenever you offer your plants, it's kind of similar to not the beanstalk update, but whatever update was before that, where basically you have to choose what you want to get. So a second ago, I just chose to get this seed pack. I don't know which seed pack it was. Seed pack, let me find it. It may be, here we go. I believe it's the enchanted seed pack. Yeah, so I just got this enchanted seed pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it and show you what's in this one. Again, some of this is not finalized because I'm in the testing server, but yeah, there's a bunch of new different ones. But that is not all that's in this update. Obviously, there's a bunch of new pets, all of that crap, but they added something that's actually kind of crazy. So I want to show you that really quickly. But yeah, if you want to see, I can actually go ahead and buy one of these upgrades. So you click show me the upgrades. And then let's say I want the glimmering mold to be upgraded because that's the only one I can afford. I can just go ahead and buy that. And boom, now we have more stuff that's going to go ahead and get the glimmering mutation. And honestly, the glimmering mutation is really cool. But this is what I primarily want to show you, which is pretty much a new shop that has literally been added to the game. Now, this isn't really one that you'd want to AFK or anything like that, but I'll show you basically in my files the video because it's not in stock right now or in rotation, but it is a really cool new shop that was just added to the game. So as you guys can see, we have the garden coin shop right here. Now this comes up and this is going to be a rebirth feature right here. So as you guys can see, I basically am able to ask him a bunch of different things. I'll go ahead and just put this in full screen, but yeah, you right now, at least in the test server, it was 1 billion to rebirth. And that just resets your shekels. That doesn't actually reset your garden, I don't think. At least that's what it says right here. So then you have all of these new things, and that's the main thing I want to talk about. So you have the save slot upgrade, which unlocks 1 additional slot for your plot. You have the egg capacity upgrade, which unlocks 1 additional egg from your slot, and you can have a max of 5 of those. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through a little bit further into this video, so that way you guys can kind of see. But yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff. Cosmic inventory upgrade, plant inventory upgrade, a lot of cool stuff with this shop. Now, rebirthing is what gives you those little coins down there in the corner, and that's basically how you'll go ahead and rebirth. Again, the shop isn't in, but I believe it was right next to the sell shop right here. So you guys can go ahead and open the sell shop right here. It's right by the sell shop. And the next thing I want to let you guys in on is these new fairies right here that have been added to the game. So it's pretty interesting when you go and interact with them. It says invisible pass, lead far. And then when you click on them, they'll actually give you more of this currency. So not only can you just clean this guy up right here, like feed this guy, you'll also be able to do it by finding the fairies across the map. So here's another one. Now, I'm going to figure out really quickly what happens when you go ahead and listen to all of them. The flowers listening. So boom. And so it looks like right here is their actual shop has been. I don't know if this is supposed to be here. This could be a glitch or this could just be, what it's supposed to be. But in the testing server 4, it was not right here. So I don't know if this is just a glitch, but yeah, this is what the garden coin shop looks like right here. And yeah, a little bit has been changed since I last did this. So let's see, what are you selling? Let's kind of take a look at this. So a bunch of the upgrade slot stuff, egg capacity, cosmetic, plant inventory. So basically all the same stuff. And then let's see, I want to ascend. How much is that to ascend? Yeah, it's around 1 billion to ascend, I think, or maybe it's just 1 million. Honestly, I'm not quite sure, but you get 1 garden coin, but lose all your shekels. So low key, what you could do is just get enough shekels and then go ahead, trade the rest to your alt account and then just trade them back and just keep rebirthing over and over again. Personally, that's what I would do. But yeah, there you go. We just saw a fairy fly all the way over here. And I don't know if they hide out in your garden after. No, they don't. So you can't go up and collect them. But I believe each time this event does go ahead and happen, those fairies will spawn in on the map and you'll actually be able to grab one of them. So I'm just going to fly around the map real quick in free cam to make sure that I've collected all of them. That way I make sure that, nothing super rare happens when you go ahead and collect all of them. So I'm not quite sure what happens, but trust me, there's a lot more content in this update that I want to go ahead and cover. So stay tuned for that. Oh yeah. So there's nothing else that you can do right there. Now, the main other thing that I kind of want to talk about is this new UI change up here. So you can now teleport to the pets and the gear. I know you probably already saw this and are probably like, okay, but when you do this, it still uses your recall wrench. Same for the pets, but it will just teleport you right here, which is really helpful. You'll still have to buy the recall wrench from the gear shop, but honestly, it's a really nice UI change and is going to make a lot of people's lives a lot easier, especially mine. So that is that right there. But there's a bunch of new items that I don't really have quite yet, but I still do want to show you them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull them up. I believe they should be, some of them at least, on the wiki. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of the new pets that have been added, as well as a couple of the new seeds, because currently right now, not everything's in game, even though I wish it was. But yeah, we have the pixie right here, which I don't know. Apparently you can get these out of the actual egg, the enchanted egg. So that's pretty cool. The pixie. The next one we have is going to be the glimmering sprite, which we have right here. This is the glimmering sprite. Honestly, a pretty cool pet. Its ability is every 12 minutes, it will fly to a nearby fruit and enchant it, applying the glimmering mutation, which is pretty awesome enchantment. I'm not going to lie to you. And then we have the ladybug. Now, again, this is not all the different ones. I'll show you another one here in a second. This is going to be the common, and its obtaining method is still unknown. So this may not even come to the game. It says unreleased pet coming to the game, which we honestly don't even know, but its passive is the flower type will grow a little bit faster. So not insane. But now I want to show you the very best pet in the game, right? Or the very best pet that they've added in the update. That's the divine rarity. So this right here is going to go ahead and be the pet. It's going to be called and this is going to every 19 minutes and 43 seconds screech, and all fruits within 20 studs have a 20% chance to turn silver, a 1% chance to turn gold. Every 10 minutes spits at 5 different fruits, at eggs or pets. Fruits get toxic mutation, eggs advance by 81 seconds, and pets gain 800 XP. So honestly, a really well-rounded, overpowered pet, personally, I think is very, very, very over. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend going ahead and using this. Now, what is the fastest way to go ahead and max this event out? Well, you're in luck, because I'm going to be showing you how I would recommend personally maxing out this whole entire event. So honestly, the best strategy, at least in my opinion, is to go ahead and switch slots, because you're going to want to get a lot of other stuff, and it's kind of just a little bit complicated to get daffodils and get the mutation on them, especially if you don't, if you have a lot of stuff in your garden. So this is a more manageable garden that I'll actually be able to do stuff with. So that's why I would recommend going ahead and using that. And then obviously buy the seeds you need. I would just buy everything in the shop that you can. Obviously, I'm not in the main server, so I'm using my alt account. So a lot of stuff isn't really working how it needs to be, but it's okay. But yeah, that is pretty much all. Make sure you just fill it up with a bunch of the items that will be in rotation. But yeah, that is pretty much all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down below, or any strategies to going ahead and completing this event even faster. And I'll be reading those and maybe even pinning some of them. So yeah, I'll see you guys.